What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's the guy you know and love, the CEO CoolSpeak, welcoming everyone. I'm super excited. It's Carlos Alberto Ojeda Rivera de Jesus Jr., aka Chu, and it is my distinct pleasure. You saw it. You saw it at the beginning. Yes, there is an alert. There is a new Cool Speaker alert, and welcoming to the family on behalf of everyone in the Cool Speak team and everyone in the Cool Speak universe. Let's make some noise, show some love for our newest Cool Speaker, Samuel Brown, aka Young Sam. Sam, welcome to the chat. So excited
What
to
is
have you
going
here.
on, man? Listen, the day has come. Super excited, man. Just super grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chew, thank you. I'm
No,
super excited to be
we
here, sis.
thank you for bringing your voice and your message to all the people that we work with and serve. Many people don't know this. You've been a facilitator for Cool Street for quite some time, but while you were being a cool facilitator, you were out there building your brand, building your message, working with young people both in your day job and also as a speaker across the country. So you know what? I'm just excited that we finally just made it official and brought you on board. And I'm super excited to have this opportunity to connect with you and dig a little deep. All right, so let's
Let's
get
do it.
started. All right,
Let's
I
go.
want to start with the origin story. All right, I want to get into it. Every great speaker has a story, some sort of experience or moment that shaped the work that they do today. So, Sam, what's your origin story, brother?
Yeah, so for me, what really has shaped me into becoming the speaker I am today, the person I am today, the human I am today, it's something I always talk about in my speeches is life storms, the life experiences. For me, early on, um, facing homelessness, facing the loss of one of my parents early on, and then my second parent in college, um, was that spark that I needed to start to figure out what should I be doing in this world. But then really, I always say it's a program and a person that has changed my life. I just remember the Coatesville Youth Initiative at 15 years old. At that point, I experienced loss, I experienced failure, I've experienced homelessness, and I experienced adults that wrote me off at 14 years old, told me, wasted space, dead or in jail. And I just remember this organization, the Cultural Youth Initiative, giving me opportunity to like see past my behavior and not see me as a problem child, but a child that solved problems. And from that experience on at that young age, 15, 16 years old, I told myself that if God has given me the opportunity to do some great things in this world, I'm going to be a person or I'm going to create a program that's going to help individuals where everyone else has written them off, like all the young people. So from there, I've been in youth development for the past 13 years. I started, speaking, and then I was blessed to connect with CoolSpeak and be able to travel even further across the world, create even more impact outside of just my hometown. Um, and that was the spark that created the fire that burns inside of me today and why I do the work that I do.
And you know what, Sam? It burns bright, brother. If that fire burns bright, it is a beacon for other young people that are going or have gone through the same thing you have. And it's a beautiful thing to see the full circle moment, right? To go from going into the Coastal Youth Initiative to becoming a beacon for others. And that is a beautiful thing. That's one of the things that warms my heart, that most speakers, most educators always end up doing this because someone did it for us, and you are living that legacy, and that is awesome. So let me ask you the next question. As you're
Mhm.
burning bright, as you are the beacon, as you are trying to impact others the way you were impacted, what's the message that you're most passionate about and really love sharing with people right now?
Yeah. So the message that I love sharing, that I share in all of my talks, whether it's workshops, keynotes, conversations, is letting people know that you have the rain gear to become storm resistant. Because the message that I share is we cannot avoid life storms. Like
No.
you are going to experience some type of storm. I always tell people you're either in one of three places. You're in the storm, you just got out of a storm, or you're preparing for a storm in life. Storms sometimes are quick, they're in a flash. Sometimes they're over a course of multiple days, multiple weeks, multiple years. But you have the rain gear, and what I name the rain gear is your rain hat that protects and shifts your mindset and how you view your life experiences. Your rain jacket protects what's in your heart, your dreams, your goals, like who you believe yourself to be, just how you show up in this world. And then your rain boots allow you to walk in your purpose. When you have those three set of rain gear, you can withstand any storm. And most of the time, people have that. They just have to be reminded to put it on.
I love the metaphor of the storm, right? Because it is true. Those are the three states of being. Been through a storm, about to get ready for the next storm, or I'm right in the middle of the storm. And
Yeah.
for those young people that are in the middle of the storm, which is one of the most difficult moments, right? When you don't know when it's going to end, and you're right in the middle of it. What is what is something you hope for those individuals that they pull from your presentation? What do you hope they feel when they leave your program, especially if they're in the middle of their personal storm?
Yeah, the thing that I hope that they leave there with is awareness, right? Because I think the first thing to creating true change in your life is being aware and acknowledging the storms. I think often society teaches people to put their head down and keep grinding and grinding and forget your emotions, forget how you're feeling. Like, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. All of these things go throughout your head. Because for me as a youth, that's what's going through my head. It's like, oh, these adults don't really care. They're just doing their job. They're just coming here and they're going to go and do other things. And I'm still going to be stuck here dealing with what I'm dealing with. First thing is awareness. And second thing is ask for help. I think often people view help as weak, but I view help as help. We all need it, right? So sometimes you need people the same way the Coatesville Youth Initiative was for me. You need people to remind you that you have this rain gear at your disposal and let me help equip you with it. So yeah, that would be the message. Is really just helping them understand the awareness that you're in something and then seek the help.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part. I mean, for generations, we were told, depending on where you come from, that it's a weakness to ask for help. But
Mhm.
what I love, Sam, is that this generation different. This generation, they seek help. There's
Yeah.
and I know for some people they're like, oh, that's a soft generation. Nah, man, they're not soft. They're smart. They know that reaching out for help is a strength, not a weakness. And I love that that's one of the messages that you're out there imploring young people to know and feel. Sam, what is something about you that people assume about your work that isn't true?
I think often people assume before they hear my story is that because of my personality, I smile too much, right? Even when something may not be like a smiling situation, I just have like a natural resting smile face where I'm just always smiling to the point where I don't even know that I'm smiling.
But you know
I
what,
got so
Sam?
much
That
joy.
that's better than having the flip side of that, bro.
Yes.
I'd rather have a resting, smiling face than have a resting. We're not going to say it on this podcast. So that's a good thing, and that is true, brother. You bring sunshine when you enter a room, and you change
Yeah.
the energy.
Yeah, so for me, it's like people see my person, people hear me, people see me, people get a vibe, and then they hear my story and they're like, wait, you've been through all of that and this is who you are? And I said, yes. It's not easy, but it was one of them things where life is hard, so I'm gonna choose my hard and I'm gonna choose to smile through the trials and tribulations because just as much as there's things that aren't like things to smile about. There's stuff so much in the world that we don't got to smile about. There's so many things in the world to be grateful, to be happy. And so for me, people often assume that, I've just had this easy, very go lucky, happy go lucky life. I've been a happy baby ever since, which I was a happy baby, very happy. You could leave me in a high chair, put on my favorite show. I promise you could go across the country, come back, and I'll still be there. But people assume like, oh, like wow, I didn't even expect that to come from you or for you to experience that because you're just so happy, you're just so joyful, you're so grateful. And I'm like, yeah, I lead with a attitude of gratitude.
You know what? I love that. And that really, really does sum you up. For anyone that knows you, that is definitively who you are. And what I love about it is that when you walk into a room, you are a breathing, walking testament to being stormproof. So it's not about the words you say, but it's about the life that you live, and that's
Mhm.
awesome. So Sam, can you play a game with me?
For sure. You know I love games, man. Listen, you could take what they say, you could take the game out the kids. You can't take the kids out the game or something like that. I got
All right, so I got
I'm
you.
with
We're gonna play the Cool Speak hot seat, right? I'm gonna
okay.
give you 2 minutes. You're gonna have 2 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. I'm gonna hit you with as many as I can, as fast as I can. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go. Here we
Let's get
go.
it.
First word that comes to mind when you hear Cool Speak.
Family.
All right, which Cool Speaker would you love to co-present with?
Oh my God, Chris Collins.
All right, walk on song before a keynote.
Walk on song is Grateful. I'm grateful by I'll forget his name, but this song Grateful is
Okay,
that's the song right there.
favorite city you've spoken in.
That's hard. That's hard. Favorite city I've spoken. I don't want to say too much. I'm gonna go with Michigan because they
Yeah,
that's my
you don't want to aggravate other people. Keynote or workshop?
uh
Workshop.
workshop.
Big auditorium, small classroom.
Mm, dang, I wish I want to say both. I want to say both, but I'm gonna go with big auditorium. I'm gonna go with big
All
auditorium.
right, favorite audience to speak to.
Favorite audience to speak to graduating seniors or incoming college freshmen?
Ooh, that's a good one. Most intimidating audience.
Oh, elementary.
One word that describes your speaking style.
Authentic.
What's one topic you could talk about for hours?
Oh, life transitions.
And what's your dream job as a kid?
Dream job as a kid. To be a driver on Need for or Fast and the Furious.
Okay, if you could instantly master one skill, what would it be?
Instantly master one skill, making clothes.
All right, if your life had a theme song, what would it be?
If my life had a theme song, it'll be Pharrell because I'm happy.
Well, that is it. You have survived. You have survived the hot seat, brother. That was awesome. That was great.
I tapped into my inner Mike Tyson, young
Man,
Mike.
you went hard. You went hard in the paint. That is for sure. All right, so I just got one more question for you, man. And this is about the CoolSpeak connection and how you end up being here. Why do you think your message fits within the CoolSpeak family?
I believe my message fits within the Cool Speak family because it has similarities that bridges the connection between everyone's messages, but it also stands out on its own as far as just like my story, the storm resistant tagline and just what I focus on around identity, life transitions.
And that is exactly why we brought you, brother. Last question: if a school is considering bringing you in, what's one thing you want them to know about what the experience will be having Sam Brown at their school?
Yeah, and one thing I always let people know when I connect with them is that this is very much like tailored to your students and what you need. I don't do cookie cutter, so even if I have a keynote, I'm going to make sure I infuse language that you already use. I'm going to infuse like things that you're trying to accomplish. I'm always going to ask about your pain points because my goal is to just add value to something that already has a lot of value, which is your spaces. So that's something about me is I'm very intentional with how I approach and the things that I say and share because I want to make sure when I leave there, y'all can easily build on it and that it's not something new.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right here that is why we brought Sam, right? He's authentic, that smile, that energy, that message. This is the guy. So check him out. Check out his blogs. Check out some of his videos. Or you know what? Next best thing, click the button. Bring Sam to your school. Right? Sam is ready. And Sam, on behalf of everybody at CoolSpeak, welcome, brother. Welcome to the family.
Listen, appreciate it, appreciate it. I'm glad I'm invited to the cookout. Listen, I got y'all with the mac and cheese.
All right, brother. Looking forward to eating it. Take care, brother.
All right, take care.